fortknoxpodcast.com. Let's talk about plate carriers, specifically cummerbunds and cummerbund options. I recently posted a photo of this thing right here, Cry JPC 2.0, that I sent out to Bergspit Customs to get modified. Now, I modified the cummerbund, but I didn't modify the actual plate bag. Most of you are probably familiar with First Spear tubes. I went a different route because I already have another setup that has tubes on it, and Bergspit's actually talked me into this one. This is I think it's the National Molder, I don't know, it's a Tactik buckle, Tactik. Now, if you look at this and you're wondering why, the biggest reason is I hate pulling my placard up and wearing out that Velcro. I know it doesn't matter. I don't actually need a carrier. We all know I'm a fucking weirdo and I have a bunch of weird, cool kit. So, getting away from removing my placard and wearing out that Velcro, tubes or a Tactik buckle or Cobra buckles or any of these other things that are on the market, that seems more ideal to me. So I went with the Tactik buckle, and I think it's fantastic. I actually just got this carrier set up today. I just got it back, and as soon as it's not 100 miles per hour and not 300 degrees during the day, who am I fooling? I'll go shoot at night. I'm going to go run this and see what things need to change. But let's take a look at the Tactik buckle. So, or even better yet, so this side of the carrier is still a traditional JPC loop cummerbund, and this side has the adapted one underneath there, which is still Velcro, hook and loop, and this side is the modified actual buckle. So you can see here, check that out. It's pretty big, it's pretty beefy. How you undo this is you have this little pull tab, you pull forward, and it comes forward. So you can see, if you haven't seen a tube, I'll pull that up as well. You can see that that is a hook, and this is also a hook. So you literally, it's beefier than the tube. Oh, as I'm trying to do this and not drop it. Pretty simple. Now, most people are going to ask you, well, why don't you do both sides? Well, retaining this side, the left side, my left, I literally slide this shit over my head and then wrap my right side and hook it in, and we're good. All my adjustability is pretty much through the front left and some of the front right because they're both hook and loop. Because I have the Tactik buckle, I don't ever have to remove my front flap wearing down my shit. This is awesome, so shout out to Bergspits for doing that for me. If you need any custom gear, slide in that dude's DMs and bother him and tell him that you need this done. This is rad. Now, moving back to the tubes, this is my Spiritus Overt. Shout out to Spiritus. They actually sent this to me, so thank you guys. I really appreciate it. This has Hesco 4401 shooter cuts in it, so it's kind of an oddball setup right here. It's also heavy as shit. It's like 14 pounds with just the plates in it. These are shooter cuts. Mine's set up with a Mark IV, and this is actually hard-mounted tube, which if you don't know how these tubes work, is you pull this out and up or down. Now, this is the female part, which you can see is a tube, and then the male part is a tube right here. Now, if you see that the tube right here is mounted to the plate bag, you actually can't run anything behind your Mark IV to sit behind your cummerbund. So what I had done, because this is a actual tube front plate bag and a cummerbund, is I actually removed the tube on the left side from the plate bag and put it on an Axle Advance adapter, because I run a radio pouch back here, which I run behind my cummerbund. And now I have the ability to have actual adjustment, not just the adjustment that is built into the shock cord. So if you're wondering, tubes are good, tubes are bad, they're awesome. I like the Tactik buckle. I also like the tubes. I haven't had them break yet. I'm not super heavy or hard on my plate carriers, purely because I don't really run one often. I don't use it for work. I just own them. Whether or not you should go with tubes that are hard mounted, I personally only want one that's hard mounted, and I want the other one to be Velcro, so I have the adjustability. I have the ability to run anything I need behind the cummerbund. So if you have any questions, go ahead and slide in my DMs. Ask away. I think there is a lot of good reasons to run tubes, and I don't see any bad reasons to run tubes. And if you're just trying to save your Velcro, then either, like I said, the tubes or the Tactik buckle are the way to go. So, forknoxpodcast.com.